Okay, good morning, everybody. Can online people, can they hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Yesterday we discussed about the formula which is connecting d square y by dx square and d square x by dy square. There is another question based on that. Y is equal to e power nx. Let us see if you know the formula what to do and if you don't know what to do. Okay. The question was d square y by dx square into d square x by dy square. D square y by dx square into d square x by dy square can be written as d square y by dx square with a minus by dy by dx whole cube. You can find this and substitute it. Okay. So first of all, from here, what is dy by dx? N into e power nx. What is d square y by dx square? N into again n e power nx. So the second derivative is n square e power nx whole square. The first derivative is n e power nx whole cube. This is the minus n power 4 e power 2 nx, n cube e power 3 nx, which is minus n e power minus nx. That's it. The bus people have come or no? No. Okay. If you know this formula, you can do it. But it's not necessary for 33rd question to know this formula. We can do much easier. Y equal to e power nx, dy by dx is n into e power nx, which is e power nx is y only. I can write ny. Differentiate this once again. E power nx derivative is again n e power nx, and that is y n square y. And dy by dx is ny means dx by dy is reciprocal of that 1 by ny. Now differentiate with respect to y on both sides. That will give you d square x by dy square. And 1 by y derivative is minus 1 by y square. And we are doing with respect to y only, so not an issue. So I got this also in terms of y, second derivative also in terms of y. That is the second derivative, the second derivative. Simply multiply these two. I got simply minus n by y. And what is y? I kept it back. My y is e power nx. Okay. So in fact, I prefer second method for this question because you don't have to remember this formula, right? Okay. You can try a few questions in the meantime, 36 and all, or you can try other questions because some bus people have not reached here. Okay. Anybody came by bus here? Oh, okay. Maybe one bus has come, some other bus has not come. No, all buses have come. Okay. I think buses should have come by this time, anything, right? 8:40. Maybe less people turned up for offline. Anybody any doubt anywhere? Okay, I'm going to erase this. Anybody needs more time or any doubt? Quiet, please. There's so much place here. Why don't you sit? Okay, bending and seeing like this. Somebody is hiding behind the pillar. Huh? All of you, nobody should sit there. Come here. In the front bench, place is there. Room number 7, Premisai, are you there online? Premisai, are you there? Here, here. Okay, that place is reserved for you. I'm saying you come here, you went to this corner again. You don't want to sit in front of the board? No, answer my question. Do you don't want to sit in front of the board? I'm asking. Okay, sit wherever you want. Okay, so this is a very straightforward question. Somebody can use L'Hospital rule. What is your name? Huh? Naveen. K. Huh? Yes, Naveen. When you apply L'Hospital rule, this is f of 2. Derivative of x is 1. F of x derivative is f dash x and derivative of x is 1. Stop talking, please. And directly put 2, I will get previous sum. This is f of 2 minus 2 f dash 2. Both are given in the question. F of 2 is 4 and f dash 2 is also 4. So you will get minus 4. Or if we don't want to use L'Hospital rule, you can adjust x into f of 2. Subtract 2f of 2, add 2f of 2 minus 2f of x by x minus 2. From these two, if I take f of 2 common, I will get x minus 2 by x minus 2. From these two, if I take minus 2 common, f of x minus f of 2 by x minus 2. Okay, so again, x minus 2 will cancel. This is f of 2, and that is the definition of f dash. Again, same. 4 minus 2 into 4, which is minus 4. So this is by using first principle. This is by using L'Hospital rule. Anybody brought mobiles? Please submit. Huh? You have to just keep it here. Madam will take. keep it safely on the not slant one. Put in the horizontal one. They may fall. There. Put there. Other ones also. All right. Okay, 39. Function has two definitions. After -1, the function definition is this. Before -1, the function definition is this. And at -1, both are equal. This is also 0, this is also 0. If you want to find the right hand derivative, differentiate this and put -1. If you want to find left hand derivative, differentiate this, put -1. Both are giving 2. So, left hand derivative and right hand derivative are equal. Quiet, please. Okay, 42. Mod f of x is less than or equal to x square. There is a function. We don't even know what is the function. But mod of that is less than or equal to x square. Okay. Based on that, they are asking about continuity and differentiability. All right. It is basically somewhat like x square is there, minus x square is there. You can even write this if you want as f of x is between x square and minus x square. Okay. This may be oscillating, but it has to be between these two. Quiet, please. Okay. Actually, very easily by sandwich theorem, we can tell f of 0 must be 0. We cannot tell f of 0 is 0, but limit extends to 0, f of 0 can tell, and f of 0 also 0 we can tell. Put x equal to 0 straight away. When you put x equal to 0, you'll get mod f of 0 less than equal to 0. Mod of something, can it be less than 0? No. That means it has to be equal to 0. You will get f of 0 equal to 0. Okay. Not just that, minus x square less than equal to f of x less than equal to x square. Quiet, please. At 0, this is tending to 0, this is tending to 0. So by sandwich theorem, this also should tend to 0. So limit extends to 0, f of x must be 0 by sandwich theorem. Okay, so now f of 0 is 0 proved separately. Limit extends 0, f of x also proved. So it is continuous at x equal to 0. Okay, limit extends to 0, f of x is equal to 0 implies f of x is continuous at x equal to 0. Okay, now coming to the derivative. I can divide with a mod x here. Okay, this part I can write mod f of x is less than or equal to even x square. I can write it as mod x square. Divide with one mod x only. Mod f of x by mod x is less than or equal to mod x. Okay, so that is inside the mod f of x by x is less than or equal to x. This f of x I can write f of x by x less than or equal to this mod x less than or equal to mod x and greater than or equal to minus mod x. If mod of something is less than k, the inner part is between minus k to k, right? Okay. I can put 0 here, f of x minus 0 by x minus 0 less than or equal to mod x less than or equal to minus mod x. And even this 0 I can write f of 0 also because f of 0 is already 0. Okay. Now at 0 is this becoming 0? Yes. At 0 is this becoming 0? That means this also should become 0. And what is this? What is the limit of this at x tends to 0? Answer is 0. But limit x tends to 0, this, what does it give you? F dash 0. Okay. So you can tell f dash 0, which is limit x tends to 0, f of x minus f of 0 by x minus 0 equal to 0 by sandwich 0. Okay. So here we don't know the function. There are so many functions satisfying this, but they all have to be f of 0 should be 0, they should be continuous at 0, they should be differentiable with 0, not just differentiable, f dash 0 must be 0, right? Please don't talk. Okay, everybody completed? Okay, now I'm discussing 2020 questions. Okay, 2020 derivatives, very first question, they gave x is equal to e power t sin t, y equal to e power t cos t. They want d square x by dy square and also d square y by dx square both at t equal to 0. Okay. Dx by dt, when you apply product rule, you'll get e power t into sine t plus cos t. Dy by dt will come e power t into cos t minus sine t. If you want, you can write this itself as x plus y, and this is y minus x. You can leave it in terms of t, you can write it, anything is okay. So dy by dx, which is dy by dt by dx by dt. You can write y minus x by x plus y or y plus x. Similarly, reciprocal dx by dy is y plus x by y minus x. D square y by dx square. Somebody wanted, you can directly write in terms of t and then differentiate that, or you can even differentiate this, either way is okay. Okay, let's see if I apply product rule. Y plus x into derivative of this is dy by dx minus 1 minus y minus x into dy by dx plus 1 by y plus x whole square. And what is dy by dx? Again, I have to substitute this. If I write this in terms of tan, is it better? Just I'm looking at it. Nothing wrong in this, but I wanted to try different method. Okay, dy by dx, instead of writing in terms of x and y, I'll directly divide in terms of t only what is there. E power t into cos t minus sin t by e power t into sin t plus cos t. I can cancel e power t. It will become 1 minus tan t by 1 plus tan t when I divide with cos. And that is actually tan pi by 4 minus t. Maybe writing like this, differentiation makes easier. And in fact, if I take reciprocal, dx by dy will come 1 plus tan t by 1 minus tan t, which is tan pi by 4 plus t. And here dy by dx is tan pi by 4 minus t. You can directly differentiate with respect to x. D square y by dx square. You want to tell me what is the derivative of this with respect to x? D square y by dx. Sit down, no problem. D by dx of dy by dx. When I differentiate this with respect to x, what will come? What is the derivative of tan theta? Forget about everything.
Secant square theta.
Naveen, I'm asking you. What is the derivative of tan x? Okay, like that, what is the derivative of tan pi by 4 minus t? Secant square pi by 4 minus t into, should you differentiate the inner part? Yes, when you differentiate, what will come? What is the derivative of pi by 4? 0, constant. What is the pi by 4 derivative of t? You are not doing with respect to t, you are doing with respect to x. So you have to write dt by dx. That is the main point here. Derivative of tan is secant square, anybody can tell. Pi by 4 derivative is 0, but derivative of t with respect to x is minus dt by dx. And that is the reciprocal of dx by dt. So secant square into pi by 4 minus t by dx by dt with a minus. Coming to here, let me do with respect to y. d square x by dy square means d by dy of dx by dy. That is secant square pi by 4 plus t into derivative inner part pi by 4 derivative 0 derivative of t is dt by dy, which is secant square plus pi by 4 plus t by dy by dt. When we discuss together, questions looks like easier because we are not doing any mistakes, and I'm trying to tell the relatively easier method. But when you try, either you will be doing long method, you'll be doing some mistake. That's very good. You should try and learn by yourself. Okay. Already enough things are taught. It is up to you. Okay. If you don't practice, you are not going to get anything good. Okay. The major part is your practice. We are only discussing a selection so that you'll get an idea how to approach these questions. Okay, now we want at t equal to 0 the values. So when I put t equal to 0, minus secant square pi by 4 minus 0. What is dx by dt at t equal to 0? E power 0 into sine 0 plus cos 0 is 1. Coming to this, secant square pi by 4 plus 0. dy by dt is this one, cos 0 is 1. Again, e power 0 into 1 minus 0. This is root 2. Root 2 whole square is 2. This is minus 2 and this is plus 2. Minus 2 and plus 2 together is 0. They want their sum, d square x by dy square plus d square y by dx. They asked that t equal to 0. I substituted t equal to 0 because the question they asked what is second derivative at t equal to 0. They're here, right? All of you taken a chemistry material print on your own, huh? How much they are charging for one paper on both sides?
5, sir.
1 rupee. ₹90. This maths that we took Xerox is taken for one paper, both sides 80 paisa. Huh? Which one? What Xerox? Laser. And I think for spiral it took some 15-20 rupees. Of course, if you want to take a print, you cannot just go to a Xerox shop. You should have internet or some way to get the PDF into the Xerox machine. ₹93 means you are talking about one side 1 rupee, huh? Then how 93 paise will be 90 rupees? I'm saying both sides together is 80 paise. Otherwise, according to that, this book of how many pages this is? 273 pages. How many? 479 pages or something. 437 pages. So 437 pages should cost 400 rupees and a spiral 420 rupees or something. Okay, fine. Okay, second question. They asked dy by d alpha. I think the differentiation part is easier. We have to use trigonometry and simplify that expression. They said y of alpha 2 into tan alpha plus cot alpha by 1 plus tan square alpha plus 1 by sin square alpha, where alpha belongs to 3 pi by 4 to pi. Okay, we need to simplify this. Quiet, please. This cot alpha, I'll write 1 by tan alpha, let quite a bit of which means will cancel here. In fact, I'll just take a cot alpha common, see what happens. If I take cot alpha common, or I can take denominator tan alpha common, anything is okay. Can you quiet, please? Tan alpha plus cot alpha. Denominator, I'll take tan alpha common. I'll get 1 by tan alpha plus tan alpha left plus 1 by sin square alpha. This and this will cancel. Huh? Given the question too. This 2 is there. Oh, this 2 is not. All right, sorry. Now, this I can get sin by cos goes up. I'll get 2 cos alpha by sin alpha. This is 1 by sin square alpha. If I take LCM here, I'll get 2 cos alpha sin alpha. Or I can even write 2 cot alpha and cosecant square alpha also. That's better. Okay. Almost same. Nothing different. You can take cot alpha common here. You will get tan square alpha plus 1 by 1 plus tan square alpha. 1 by sin square alpha is cosecant square alpha. These two will get cancelled. 2 cot alpha. Quiet. Cosecant square alpha, I can write 1 plus cot square alpha. This is 1 plus cot alpha whole square. Root x square, don't write x, you should write mod x. And that is equal to x if x is greater than or equal to 0, minus x if x is less than 0. If you look at past year mains trigonometric up to transformations, at least I can show you 4 or 5 questions where people can go wrong just because of this. For example, somewhere you might have simplified and you got root cos square 100 degrees. Root cos square 100 degrees, what you should write? Mod cos 100. But after that, what you should write? Plus cos 100 or minus cos 100? Minus cos 100, because you have to understand cos 100 is negative, right? Like that, somebody can do trigonometry part, right? But forget about this part. There are 4 or 5 questions in past year mains if you see carefully. Even in the recent exam, we gave this question in trigonometry without differentiation. The answer was this is equal to k minus cot alpha. What is k? Okay. Some people kept 1, some people kept -1, something. I don't know whether they understood properly. But the thing is, this alone without differentiation is there in your trigonometry, past year mains questions. Root and square, if you cancel, it is mod 1 plus cot alpha. Now you have to see whether should I write plus 1 plus cot alpha or minus 1 plus cot alpha. That is depending on where he is asking. He is asking at 5 pi by 6. That is 150 degrees. If you substitute 150, what is the value of this in the neighborhood of that? Is it negative or positive? What is cot 150 minus cot 30, which is minus root 3. 1 minus root 3 is negative. So I should write minus. Negative, positive value, not interested, positive or negative. Okay. So please understand this is equal to minus of 1 plus cot alpha for many values, but at least I can write in the available values. Now they already said 3 pi by 4 to pi between 135 to 180. At 135, this value is minus 1, and at 180, its value is practically minus infinity. Between minus 1 to minus infinity, when you add 1, it will be between 0 to minus infinity, it will be negative. Okay. So since 1 plus cot alpha belongs to minus infinity to 0 for alpha belongs to 3 pi by 4 to pi. Okay. The whole thing depends on that. If it is plus, answer is 1. If it is minus, answer is another 1. Okay. Now, once you get that, what is the derivative they're asking? Okay. dy by d alpha minus 1 derivative is 0. Cot alpha derivative is minus cosecant square alpha, which is plus cosecant square alpha, which is now they want dy by d alpha at x is equal to 5 pi by 6. Cosecant square 5 pi by 6. This is sine 150 reciprocal, so 2 square 4. So answer can be 4 or minus 4 depending on how you treat this mod. If we don't think anything, just remove the mod, you would have got minus here, you would have got minus 4, which will be wrong. Okay. All of you remember in the recent exam, we got a question where answer is k minus cot alpha, what is k kind of thing. So here differentiation part is very, very easy. The mostly getting this part, simplifying and then understanding minus. Please don't waste time. Copied all this? Okay. Next question, they gave a function like this: y root 1 minus x square equal to k minus x root 1 minus y square. Where it is constant, and they wanted at 1 by 2 derivative is minus 1 by 4, and at what number at x equal to at x equal to 1 by 2, y value is minus 1 by 4. Okay. Y of minus 1 by 2 is 1 by 4. They already gave. Y of plus 1 by 2 is minus 1 by 4. Sorry. Okay. When x is 1 by 2, y is this. When x is 1 by 2, what is dy by dx? Okay. They gave x value and y value. If required, you can find k value, right? But I think it's a waste of time to find k value. You substitute x as 1 by 2 everywhere, y as minus 1 by 4 everywhere, you'll get k value, but I don't need it. Why? Let me differentiate directly. Okay. Y into, is it that k will come 0 by any chance? If k comes 0, I may have some advantage. Okay. Let me put it y 1 by 2 square root of 1 minus, sorry, not y is 1 by 2, y is minus 1 by 4 and x is 1 by 2, 1 minus 1 by 4 equal to k minus x is 1 by 2, y is 1 minus 1 by 16. K is not coming 0, no? This is 1 by 3 by 4, so minus root 3 by 8. This is some root 15, so they can't be equal. If k is not 0, for me, there's no use of this. Okay? So I can find k value by putting these things, but I don't need. Directly differentiate. Y into the derivative of this is minus 2x by 2 root 1 minus x square plus root 1 minus x square into derivative of y is dy by dx. And k derivative is 0. Here x into derivative of this is minus 2y y dash or minus 2y dy by dx by root 1 minus y square. Minus root 1 minus y square into derivative of x is 1. Now simply put x is equal to 1 by 2 and y equal to minus 1 by 4 everywhere. When I put y equal to minus, so this 2 will cancel. Y is minus 1 by 4. X is minus of, come here, sit here, sit here. Exam is coming nearby, people don't have any responsibility. You know. Y is minus 1 by 4, x is 1 by 2, and this is root over 1 minus 1 by 4. This is root over 1 minus 1 by 4 dy by dx. What I have to find? Of course, at x equal to 1 by 2, I have to write, but I don't need to. At x equal to 1 by 2. Here, it will come plus 2xy. 2 into 1 by 2 into minus 1 by 4 into dy by dx at x is equal to 1 by 2 by root over 1 minus 1 by 16 minus root over 1 minus 1 by 16. You cannot see. Anything wrong? There is one more too. Okay, thank you. Okay, minus root over 1 minus 1 by 60. Okay, so we directly differentiated the given question as it is. Wherever x is there, we substituted minus plus 1 by 2. Wherever y is there, we substituted minus 1 by 4. Just simplify it, we'll get dy by dx value. This into this is 1 by 8 and this is root 3 by 4. So 1 by 2 root 3. One by 8 and root 3 by 2 or 1 by 4 root 3. 1 by 4 root 3. This is root 3 by 2 dy by dx. This one is root 15 by 4. 4 will cancel. minus 1 by 2 root 15 dy by dx minus root 15 by 4. Okay. Let me bring this one here, this one to the other side. Root 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2 root 15 into dy by dx minus 1 by 4 root 3 minus 15 by 4 root 15. Which is plus, this is plus, this is also plus, this is minus, that is also minus. Now I brought this one, this side, so plus, this one, this side. This one, this is plus only, no? Right hand, this into this is minus. Minus into minus is plus, but y is negative, right? Is it okay? So here if I take LCM 5 root 3 plus 1. 3 root 5 plus 1 by 2 root 15 into dy by dx is equal to minus 1 plus 3 root 5 by 4 root 3. Okay. When I take LCM, root 3 into root 15 is root 45, which is 3 root 5. Here also root 3 into root 15 is root 45, which is also 3 root 5. 3 root 5 plus 1 and 3 root 5 plus 1 got cancelled. Now, even root 3 and root 15 when you cancel, will be left with root 5 here and 2 here. Minus root 5 by 2, we are getting it. Yes. So, dy by dx is equal to minus root 5 by 2. So, if somebody wanted, they would have found k value by putting x as 1 by 2, y as minus 1 by 4. But we did not use it because when you differentiate it anyway, derivative of k is 0. Okay. After just a matter of simplification. But I think I can do more easily than this. Let me see if I get some. Y root 1 minus x square plus x root 1 minus. Let me. Okay, you just copy this. I'll try to write somewhere and see. Y root 1 minus x square plus x root 1 minus y square equal to k. If I take x is equal to sine A and y is equal to sine B, LHS will become sine A plus B equal to k. A plus B is equal to sine inverse k, and this is sine inverse x plus sine inverse y equal to sine inverse k. Differentiate it. 1 by root 1 minus x square plus 1 by root 1 minus y square dy by dx is equal to 0. And if I put that value, 1 by root 1 minus 1 by 4 plus 1 by root 1 minus 1 by 16 into dy by dx is equal to 0. This is 2 by root 3 equal to minus 4 by root 15 dy by dx. So from this dy by dx will come when I put root 15 here, root 5 by 2. That's what? Minus root 5 by 2. If you remember, in IP we have this question. Okay. I don't remember is it the same question, but something like this where not exactly same, but slightly different. I don't have a textbook to refer. But we had taken x equal to sine A and y equal to sine B, simplified it, and again wrote A in terms of sine inverse, B in terms of sine inverse. We got something and then differentiated that. Okay. So with this also fine, nothing wrong, but we can do like this. Online people, I can show the other solution. Have we finished this part?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I have done here is I took x equal to sine A and y equal to sine B and substituted here. It became sine A cos B plus cos A sin B, which is sine A plus B equal to k. Then sine that side, we'll get A plus B equal to sine inverse k. What is A? Sine inverse x, and what is B? Sine inverse y. Now differentiated, sine inverse k derivative is 0. Don't have to worry what is k. Sin inverse x derivative is this, sin inverse y derivative is this. Put x equal to 1 by 2, y equal to minus 1 by 4, simplify, you get it. Okay. So basically this and this are same. In fact, we apply sin inverse formula. Anyway, you're studying inverse trigonometry on the other side. Sin inverse x plus sin inverse y, is it not? Sin inverse x root 1 minus y square plus y root 1 minus x square. Yes. So you apply sin inverse, you can directly write this step. Is it okay? Those are online?
Yes, sir.
Please don't waste time. If time is there, try one more question. Come on. Sit properly. Less place is there, turn that side. Instead of turning like this, you can turn like this also, right? Okay. So online people completed.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.